The tunnel grew colder. Millie and I were close to the surface now. Soon, we'd climb up into the howling wind to find our way through whatever nightmares were waiting there. My long journey was nearly at the end. But would I have the courage, the will to see it through?
Oh, there they are. Glad to see you, Colonel. Did you hear that? Listen. What the hell is it?
Life was never easy in the tunnels, but it was our home. There was comfort in its routines, in seeing the same people day after day. But since the mutant attacks had escalated, fear ruled the station. I had just turned 20, and could never have imagined what would follow on the morning that my stepfather's friend Hunter arrived at the barricade.
The Dark Ones do not kill.
Shaft. They're coming in from above.
Lock and load! Just...
Even when you don't see them, the Dark Ones are there. Fear. That's their weapon. That's what made the Nosalises run through the tunnels like rats. The Dark Ones are not simple mutants. They're Homo Novus, the next step in evolution. You've heard about survival of the fittest? Guess what? We lost. Have a look, Hunter. 10 soldiers trained in combat. Their bodies broken, their minds gone.
I must go recon the situation. Listen carefully, Artyom. If I'm not back here by morning, you must get to police station and find a man named Miller. Tell him what's happened to me and what's stirring in the northern tunnels. Show this to Miller so he knows I've sent you. I trust everything to you, Artyom. Don't let me down.
Hunter did not return. It wouldn't be easy to find an excuse to leave the station and travel to Polis, but I had given my word. I learned that the caravan was heading to Riga the next day and needed guards, assigned on for the ride. It was the first time I had left the safety of my home station. It troubled me that I hadn't told my stepfather the truth. I would not be heading straight back from Riga, but Hunter was depending on me.
Got stuck near Alexeyevskaya. A tunnel collapse or other shit. You have to use the service tunnel bypassing Alexeyevskaya.
Hate this tunnel.
All right, Peter. Open up the gate. No point here forever.
Why? Well, what's wrong with that tunnel?
Well, it's an ordinary tunnel. Not as well lit, maybe. Last month, and well, I just don't like it. That's all.
My head. Artyom, what is it?
Artyom! Over here!
If we are to survive, this threat must be eliminated, no matter the cost. Eliminated.
Artyom!
Riga station was only the first stop on my journey, but the caravan went no further. So before parting ways, we drank to celebrate our survival. The vodka didn't drown my fear of traveling on to Polis alone, but I was about to find myself with an unexpected and notorious partner.
Everybody calls me Bourbon. Listen, I need to get to Dry Station for some business, but this rat hole is on lockdown. I, however, know a back way, a so-called cursed passage the locals are afraid to use. But I hear the shit in the tunnels doesn't work on you. So, you help me get to Dry, I'll give you my AK when we get there. But if you're
As I
alone,
entered the
watch
abandoned
your
tunnel
ass.
with Bourbon, I wondered if I'd been wrong to trust him. But the station gates were still sealed, and there was no telling when I would have another chance to leave Riga.
Artyom! Who the fuck is that?
You can keep your weapon down, young man. My name is Khan.
Han's appearance caught me by surprise. Although while fighting the bandits, I did sense someone helping from the shadows.
This tunnel has to relive its past over and over again, and those who were unfortunate enough to walk here at such a moment usually join that past.
Han led me into Curse Station. The name was no accident. Its people were locked in an endless war for survival.
If you still want to get to Polis, you'll have to take a detour. You can get to the armory from here, and afterwards you will have to go through the stations belonging to the Reds and the Nazis. Everything depends on you, and you alone. Until we meet again, goodbye, Artyom.
I was looking for Andrew the Smith, but he found me first.
You're under arrest.
If there is still a god left in our world, that day he was with me. I had been rescued by Han's friend Andrew the blacksmith. He would prove to be my ticket out of the communist station.
The Reds are rounding up the volunteers to storm the Nazi fortifications. They're about to send a train full of new recruits straight into the fire. But you will be riding the train unannounced.
I was about to go through the front line between the Nazis and the communists. I've heard they once fought another war, and that the Nazis lost.
Who the hell are you? That's Hunter's token. I'd better take you to Miller. Whatever message you have, save it for him.
After our firefight with the Nazi trolleys, it seems we would have an easy road ahead. Once again, I was wrong. After Pavel's death, I was on my own. Somehow, I had to reach Black Station. Ullman would meet me there and take me to Polis.
I have a critical mission for you. Go up to our radio beacon, contact Polis, and broadcast the emergency message I have prepared.
I worried that my home exhibition would share the fate of whole station. But within that nightmare, I met a young survivor who was very brave and very talkative. I went up again, to the gloomy charm of post-apocalyptic Moscow. I was warned in Hall Station about a new squad of Nazi Rangers on the surface. It was clear the Black Station was occupied by fascists, but Ullman had said he would wait for me there. I had to risk it.
Hey, where's Pavel? We'll reach Polis soon.
It's hard to describe my feelings at that moment. Exhausted, yes, but joyful. I had made it. Once I delivered Hunter's message, the rescue of my home station could be decided by those stronger and wiser than I, and my task would be over.
Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Artyom! I'm stunned that the Council has refused to help your station. I'm ashamed that they lack the courage you have already shown. Listen carefully. The Rangers have found several well-preserved missile bases near the city. Some could probably be activated and deliver a missile strike against the Dark Ones. There's a huge library on the surface. Dangerous place, but it contains a secret military archive. We must go there.
The Council's decision shocked me, but Miller's plan gave me hope. Once more I climbed up to the bones of Moscow to search for the secret of D6 and a way to awaken the horde of missiles. I had found the D6 documents, but Miller had not yet returned. Without his help, I wasn't certain I could get out of the library alive, but everything depended on it.
I had my doubts, to be honest. Did you find anything? Okay, saddle up. По коням, ребята. So, where are we going? To church. Artyom, does the name Ken ring a bell? Here we are. This is the first, and so far the only, human outpost up here. Sparta's outdoor base.
Take a look around. In the meantime, I'll check the documents you brought.
Dark tunnel, wheel rattle, and the smell of death. That's how our journey to D6 began. But our goal seemed closer now. The chaos of the tunnel was locked away behind the airlock gates. They seemed invulnerable, and at that moment, so did my comrades. It was one loss after another. And for everyone who died helping me save my home station, I felt a needle in my heart.
What's up?
A sound from the tunnel. Can't you hear it? Something's approaching. What the?
Looks like an automatic system.
Station is D6.
We were close to D6 now. It was hard to believe that we'd found the legendary command center. But was it worth so many lives? Soon we would know the answer. Going down to the heart of the ancient citadel, I felt a chill in my soul. What man had the right to name himself the master of D6 and the devastating weapons it controlled? Miller and I left the train, then climbed up the tunnel to the Korolev Performance Hall. We were close to Ostankino Tower now. In the frozen streets, we joined the other rangers in the furious battle that began my story. The elevator delivered us to the top of the tower. For decades, news was broadcast from this place. But whether today's news would be good or bad depended entirely on us. Once we installed the guidance system, our mission would be over. But plans were made to go wrong.
You've got to climb as high as you can and set the guidance system up. Move, boy, move! Everything depends on you now.
Artyom, this signal is just perfect. Hold on for just one more minute and we'll get them.
He's coming to destroy us. They never change. You will be stopped.
You reap what you sow, Artyom. Force answers force. War breeds war, and death only brings death. To break this vicious circle, one must do more than just act without any thought or doubt.
20 seconds to homing procedure completion.
Death. Prevent. Save.
10 seconds to...
We want peace.
H.G. Wells once wrote, "If we don't end wars, wars will end us." And somehow, I stopped my war. At the time, I couldn't say what had made me spare the Dark Ones, but I came to realize that the strange visions that haunted my journey were their attempts to reach out to us. I don't know if I was the first to communicate with them, but I will not be the last. And the future, our future, stretches before us like an endless metro tunnel.